People will waste your time if you let them. Welcome back to the Jahmad Show, man. Shout out to all of the new subscribers. This is the place where we keep it real and where I give y'all real deal information based off of my life experiences. So all the new subscribers, thank y'all. Please, if you're new here, like and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be giving y'all some real content. And today, this is about me, but hopefully you can relate. So today is going to be about a story. And this is something that I'm currently dealing with. So this is a real deal. And it's about people wasting your time. Today, actually, I was supposed to meet up with a young lady. Matter of fact, at the make of this video, I should be on my way out of town, about an hour out of town. But as you see, you're watching me. Reason being, she kind of stood me up. Thank goodness we didn't decide on a place to where I had to go. But this is a taught lesson that I had to learn and that I kind of already knew. But one thing about us, one thing about human beings, especially in today's dating culture, is there's a level of optimism that we try to give, right? Because we want to see the good in people. But people take that for granted. And I guarantee you this young lady has also gotten probably stood up or ghosted or whatever. And it's become a norm now, right? To where we feel like, once again, people are disposable. I talked about this. But I just want to give y'all real insight on what I'm actually dealing with myself. So hopefully we can become better and we can do better going forward. And hopefully this young lady is watching this show because she'll never hear from me again as far as person to person. A phone call, a text, or nothing. This is done. So let me tell you, because this is really just me expressing my frustration. There was a point in time where we were planning on linking up and just kept missing each other for whatever reason. And then we decided on the day to actually link up, right? And then nothing. She was like, oh yeah, I'll reach out to you tomorrow and then we can set something up. Okay, cool. So as a man and as somebody who's like, let me see how far this is actually going to go. I got no call. So I dropped the deal. I'm like, whatever. Okay, I guess there's nothing there. But as you know how social media, I just got back on social media a year ago. So I've learned that there's a social media etiquette to where even if somebody doesn't necessarily reach out to you on the phone, which is weird, they'll still use their phone to look at and comment and like your social media post or whatever. And that's still strange to me why somebody would not text you from their phone, but they will comment or like or watch your stories. That's still a strange thing. If anybody can explain that a little bit more to me, still don't really get it. Honestly, I still don't get that part. That's just strange to me. Anywho, that was happening. And actually I saw a post she made. So I went out and I commented. I'm like, woo, you looking good. Whatever I said. Keep in mind, this is not like we're talking about like a few months range, right? So all this is happening within a couple of months, give or take 3 at the max. With that being said, we decided to hang out today. Prior to, though, she had been reaching out a little bit more consistently. So I said, okay, there must be still some interest there. So I'm going to explore and see what she's talking about. Boom. We had a great conversation. We decided on today at 6 o'clock. That was going to be the time that we'll go ahead and figure out where we want to go. But the date, if you will, was already kind of decided. Now, if you can guess what happened next, I'm right here in front of you. Nothing. Crickets. No, hey, today's not a good day. Hey, something came up. Hey, can we do it another time? Even though sometimes I feel like that's playing games also, fellas, so watch out for that. But at least there's a courteous level to it to where I'm not going to waste your time. I value your time enough, Rakif, to where I'll at least tell you that I had made other plans or I don't feel like it or something came up. The most valuable thing that we have in this life is time. I think we all know that. So when somebody deliberately wastes your time, that tells you a few things about that person. For me personally, that tells me that you don't value time, whether it's yours or mine. That tells me that you don't respect time, whether it's yours or mine. That also tells me that you don't respect me. And I'm gonna tell you, fellas and ladies, if you have anybody out there that's wasting your time, to me, that means they don't respect you. If you know that time is my most valuable asset, your most valuable asset, and you cannot give me the courtesy to allow me to make plans for myself, just leave me hanging out to dry, you're not the type of person I want in my life. Because either one, you don't respect me or you don't respect people in general. It could be a character flaw or it could just be the way you feel about me. Either way, I don't want no parts of you. I can't deal with that. I can't deal with somebody who just feels like time is something that they don't value. Whether it's yours or mine, you should value time. Hence why I got out of my frustration and I said, you know what, I'm gonna use this as a teaching lesson. So hopefully people who are going through this or have experienced this, stop allowing people to waste your time. And the way you can do that is, number one, looking back in hindsight. Like I told you before, this is her second time doing this. First time I gave her the benefit of the doubt, which I talked about before. And it was also me being optimistic. Let me actually see. Try to give people a chance. But most people fumble the ball most of the time. That person was exactly who you thought they were. Shout out to Sadia Khan, man, or Sadia Khan. I always say her name wrong, but she's a psychologist and a relationship therapist or relationship counselor. And she has her own YouTube channel, and she actually broke down women will actually show you their red flags in a very subtle way. And men tend to choose to ignore them. I've experienced that with my ex, and I've experienced it with a multitude of women, including this woman right here, unfortunately. But even in conversation, she told me something about ducking her mother. Right? So you done showed me already. You done duck me. You done duck your mama. So this is something that you do on the regular. This is a part of your character at this point. That's a flaw. I chose to ignore it to give her a chance. But I'm smart enough to understand that you're trying to play me. And there's some things that you just don't value. And I value myself enough to take myself out of that situation. And that's the point of this video today. You don't have to sit there and allow somebody to waste your time. You can remove yourself, and you should remove yourself. Your time is the most valuable thing you have in this life, and you need to choose to use it wisely. And if somebody does not value it as much as you do, they're probably not somebody you should have in your life. So to all the listeners out there, value yourself, value your time, and choose and pick people to put in your life that's going to value your time just as much or more than you do. And to the young lady that just tried to play me, in my best DJ Khaled voice, you played yourself. As always, man, I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Jahmad Show, man. Of course, you know I keep it real. I keep it a buck. You know what I mean? And hopefully this video was helpful, man. I always try to give gems, drop gems. You know I don't mind sharing my stories because this is the journey. And y'all on this road with me. If you like the content, man, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Go check out thejahmadshow.com. Pick you up some nice merch. Got some great things coming, man. And shout out to y'all as always. Until next time, love. Peace.